pungent. It's a very odd, strong smell.
The little stinkers are back. Yes, I'm talking about stink bugs, and experts say they're everywhere. I spoke with McNeely's Pest Control to find out how to keep them out your house.
The fall season brings changing leaves, cooler weather, and the return of stink bugs. Jordan Myers is the district manager of McNeely Pest Control in Greensboro. He says his company has been busy treating homes for these fall invaders.
It starts cooling down, the plants start kind of dying, the frost hits them or something. They fly from those plants to try to seek shelter for the winter. So they'll get in the house, get under leaf litter and behind tree bark, places like that, to just kind of hunker down for the cold winter. And then when it warms back up in the spring, they come out.
Once inside the home, Myers says there's not much the professionals can do, but taking preventative measures can save you the headache. That includes removing extra foliage around the house, sealing cracks between windows and doorways, and keeping outdoor lighting to a minimum.
And if you've had them before, right now is the time to treat before they come back in. And that's usually the biggest thing. People that live in the same place for a couple of years, they kind of expect them, they see them, and they know that they're going to have an issue in the fall.
Myers says these critters pose no real danger, other than just being a really smelly nuisance.
Once they're in the house, the only way to really get rid of them is physically removing them. Just grab a tissue or something, a napkin, to pick them up and take them out, or flush them down the toilet. Some people will just, like I said, suck them up with a vacuum.
And when it starts to get colder, Myers says rodents like mice and rats, they're also going to be looking for a warm place to stay.
Oh, no.
So you can take these same preventative measures to keep those out the house as well.
Oh gosh, if you know anything
Yikes.
about me, I don't mess with rodents.
Not messing with mice
any
and all
time,
that?
any point, any kind. Not my thing.
We had a mouse in our attic, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago, and we bought one of the traps that catches it so you can take it out. So I took it out to release it out in the 2-lane road, and I opened it up real quick because I didn't know. He bounded out of that thing and ran across that road and took off. Was gone.
He's ready to go.
I remember the first time we did have a mouse in the house, I was about 2 or 3 years old, so I couldn't spell yet. My mom was like, we have an M-O-U-S-E in the house. M-O-U-S-E. And I was like, what are you saying?
What's
Tell
going
me.
on?
It's like the Mickey Mouse song.
Yeah.
M-I-C-K-E-Y.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, yeah, that's really interesting about the stink bugs, and like
They don't
they're not
bother me.
not gonna do anything. They aren't really fun to look at, but
It's like an invasion, though. Like, just the number of them is surprising, and we got a little
we
bumblebee
got a little
right now.
bug here, yeah.
Sometimes in the year you have these ladybug invasions
Yes.
too,
Yeah, I
where
get that.
people see them always
Yep.
and just come inside.
We get them in our laundry room every year. There's like 30 of them, and then eventually, it's funny. Like, we just shut the door, and
Yeah.
eventually they just die. You
don't
can't.
worry about
There's
it.
nothing you can do.
Yeah, they just become very annoying, if
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
So besides the bugs, there's a lot of stuff about fall some people don't like. I know it's a favorite season for many, but I asked you on my Facebook page, what don't you like about fall? So Renee King says it gets dark too early. Rebecca Class says the winter is around the corner, don't like the cold weather. Steve Bailey, raking leaves, but love fall. Mary Keebler says allergies, and then Kayla Thompson wrote pumpkin spice. I like the pumpkin spice,
That's a hot
but
take.
I'm sure a lot of people might actually agree with her.
Yeah.
They're just tired of hearing about it. It's
Yes.
not that they don't like it. Probably.
Right.
Yes.
I've always said that I think the Starbucks holiday drinks, like Christmas time drinks, are much better than the pumpkin spice ones.
I do too.
Am
I
I
agree
the
with
only
that.
one?
No,
I feel
I
like
agree
they
with
have
that.
better, so I'm not a big, I like it, but I'm
Yeah.
not like as excited about it as everybody else is.
I agree with the days getting too short.
Yes.
That's, it's tricky because, living where we do in this part of the country, I think for me, the summer is too hot.
Okay.
But I love spring and I love fall because they're kind of in between. It's cozy to be outdoors, but I don't like that it gets dark so early now. So to me, that's a little depressing. And growing up way up in New York State as I did, that time of year, I thought, oh no, we're getting into like the dark and cold season. I don't really dread the winter here like I did back
Yeah.
then, but I still have that feeling of, a little bit of dread.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
Fall-
I love fall.
I do
It is
too.
my favorite season. I like the fashion, I like the boots, I like the sweaters. So if I did have to pick something, it would have to be the shorter days because I don't like getting off around 5:30 and it feeling like it's 9 o'clock at night. I feel like I need to go straight to sleep when I get off. But on the flip side of that, if I want to go for a walk or something in the morning, there is sunlight. So
Now, when I used to work the morning shift shift. I love when the time change and you fall back and you get that extra, I love that. But I would say, yeah, short days, number one, but fall is probably my favorite time of the year because football, love it, and then to know that the holidays are around the corner.
Yeah,
So.
I completely agree.